Hello world, Friday the 13th. Hope everyone is doing well with, if you're in the Midwest, it's Icepocalypse 2017. I don't know if you can see it, but my rear window, shooting this on my lunch break, the rear window's all iced up. Wanted to shoot this video, talk this week about something that came up. I'm going through a seminar series, and one of the things we talked about on Monday was being at peace and like how to be at peace with yourself. They also talked about, what making it looks like, but we'll talk about that in a later video. But this one was about being at peace and just calm and how to just be, basically how to be calm and just at peace in the face of adversity, the face of obstacles, the face of anything that happens. And so they talk about, and they say put this into practices whenever you get flustered or you get frantic, or it's basically anytime you feel that something's not right, you say something's not right, and then you let it go. By saying something's not right, you acknowledge that something's not right, and it feels like an acknowledgement, and then your ability to let that go happens. Like, instead of saying this shouldn't be, I shouldn't be upset, or I shouldn't, this guy in front of me shouldn't be driving 3 miles an hour, or I shouldn't be, all these shouldn'ts, like these judgments, you just say something's not right. And when you say that, you acknowledge it, and it allows you to release it because you actually are in it and you're with it, and then you move on. And so an example of that, I had a client that was having some adversity, and my first thought is they keep bringing this onto themselves, and my approach has always been, look, your mindset is not most beneficial for what you're trying to accomplish. You're approaching it the wrong way. You're approaching it this, and really I kept trying to, looking at it now, I kept trying to impose my viewpoint and my will on him by outsmarting him, or not even outsmarting him, that's how I look, the best way to describe it now, but to kind of show him a better route. And I realized, like, I could see, like, okay, we're gonna keep butting heads, we're gonna be doing this, and then that franticness of that future think of all these things started to line up of what's gonna happen, and I could just see him going, and myself going down this negative path. And I stopped and I said, okay, something's not right, because it brought a lot of anxiety on me, into my body. I could feel myself tightening up. I could feel my thoughts starting to race. And so I said, something's not right. And when I said that, I was like, okay, so what's really there then? And that franticness and that uneasiness fell away, and something came over me, what I'm working on in this seminar series and for 2017, with the, is the self-acceptance and the love. And by the way, 90-day challenge going amazing, still killing it, 14 days in a row on meditation, and the eating clean going well, clothes are fitting looser, it's awesome. But so I became this space for, I wanted to become this space, working to become this space for love, self-acceptance, acceptance just in general. And I said, something came across and said, send him love. And so I sent him this message about how awesome he is, not like the drive that he has, or the ambition, or the business that he's creating, or all these things that he's got going for him, but just the fact he's amazing as a human being, and he's awesome. And I actually see who he is, and as a human, that he's amazing. Just by being, he's amazing. And that heaviness that I had brought on to myself by those racing thoughts and not being at peace, that heaviness went away. I became lighter. And fast forward to Tuesday morning, I woke up late. Alarm went off, and instead of hitting snooze like I normally do, I turned it off on accident and woke up an hour later. And so, same thing, frantic, running late, have to get to work. That little kid in me was like, you got it. If you're late, you're going to be in trouble. If you're late, you're going to be in trouble. They're going to think less of you. All these little, that inner child that's screaming for attention, that doesn't want to get in trouble. He was running it Tuesday morning, and same thing happened. I caught it eventually after like 30 minutes and was like, okay, something's not right. And with that, the franticness left. So my thoughts actually like stopped being frantic, stopped racing, and it kind of it kind of allowed me a space to really think of what was going on. And so I thought back to the night before and said, okay, my fiance is going to a interview with a regional vice president, and I know she likes, you know, little boosts. And so I sent the guy a message last night, and I felt the lightness. I was like, I'm feeling kind of heavy. Let's do it again, see if that works again. And I sent her this message, and I sent her some love and appreciation, and told her how amazing she is in her job, and then not just in her job, but also, you know, as a mom and a partner. And I felt lighter again. And so I was like, it's working. Sending out love is actually showing me love. I'm sending it out, and I felt myself like receiving it. Not weirdly, but in a way that I'm not used to, where it was happening. Like I was becoming lighter and becoming a space for it. And as I was sending that out, I sent it to her, and then I realized, I was like, there's some other people I know that are probably, you know, in some overwhelm in my coaching practice, and some with the clients out of England. And so I decided, I'm like, you know what? I sent a message to all of the clients that I have in the mastermind out in England, as well as the founder of the company, as well as, you know, a couple of the people that do admin work on the back end, just telling them how amazing they were, how appreciative I was for them in the mastermind Revolution Hive, and how everything's going, and just how amazing each one of them was, and how I really appreciated them. And regardless of whether they think people are looking or care about them or appreciate them, we do, and I do. And it was funny when I was doing this, like those thoughts came up of, well, how are they going to take this? Are they going to think I'm stupid? Are they going to tell me, you know, oh, well, you know, it doesn't make sense, or no? And what I got back was a lot of, oh, I really needed this. This is amazing. Thank you very much. Just genuine appreciation for it. And at the end of it, you know, also told my kids how much I was proud of them and how much I appreciated them. And it was really just a great day, and it opened up that space for me to have that breakthrough of becoming a space for love and acceptance, and just not for other people, but for myself. By giving that away, I got to keep it. And that's really the point I was trying to make, is do something good for other people, pay it forward, so you get to keep it for yourself. Because without that, I mean, the universe and life attracts like. So if you're sending out love, you get love back. If you're sending out, you know, if you donate to causes, you'll get money tenfold. If you provide for other people, you will be provided for. And a lot of people look at the negative and that frantic mode and those racing thoughts, and that happens. That's human conditioning, and that's how, you know, we operate. It's that flight or fight mentality. You know, if something negative happens, boom, unless you've done those practices and you've built those muscles, your they call it the lizard brain, will kick into effect, and, you know, you'll fight or flight. And when you're in that fight or flight, you can't connect with that love and that acceptance and that just space of being. You're trying to either fight it or you're running from it. So do something good for somebody today. Do something good for somebody this week. Tell somebody how much you love them. Tell somebody, you know, they're awesome. Just do it and see what happens. That's my offer to you today. So have a good week, guys. January 13th. Be safe, especially if you're in the Midwest, with Icepocalypse 2017. And we'll talk to you next week.